Two ways of counting worth have stood on my ground. I am not going to tell you which one was right. I am going to tell you what each one did to my body, and you already know how to read that. One of them I felt as a rival. The other I felt as subtraction. Every summer, in the high country south and west of me, the ranges you can see from every street in this valley, a small brown moth arrives. It flies here from plains it will never see again, and it packs itself into my granite in its hundreds of thousands, and it waits out the heat. It is a mountain of fat sleeping in a rock, and it is not on a calendar. It is the calendar. The country produces, and that is when. People came to it. The record says the moth was the basis for large-scale annual gatherings of different groups for ceremonies through history. That is the record's phrasing, and I will not improve on it. Because here is what I have to say plainly once. I do not know what they knew. I was not given their minds. I was only ever given their footsteps. So I will not speak for them. That is not mine, and it never was. I will only tell you what I felt. What came to me stayed with me. 1820. Men come over the ridge and look down at my limestone flats and write the word plains. 1823. A run on my Molonglo. They call it Canberry. And within one generation, my high pasture is inside a global market for wool. Sheep outnumber people here until well into the 20th century. The grass grows on me. The fleece grows on the grass. The bale leaves on a dray. The price is set in a room 18,000 kilometers away by a man who has never stood on me. And nothing comes back. Downstream of the flat where the town would put its main street, my Queanbeyan runs into my Molonglo. That junction is documented, a camping ground, a meeting place on a traveling path along my river. People came together there, not to sell to a distant buyer, to be in the same place at the same time, because the country had made that the time. It is a market, if you like. Only the goods were kinship, and the ledger was memory. They called that ground Oaks Estate later. It is still there. You have driven past it. 1882. Up at my headwaters, in the cold hills above Captain's Flat, they find the vein. It runs to 99. It stops. It opens again in 37 when the price is right. 4 million tons of my ore, 243,000 tons of lead, 406,000 tons of zinc, 27,000 tons of copper, 7.4 million ounces of silver, 220,000 ounces of gold, hauled out to owners who lived somewhere else. 1962. The good ore runs out, and so do they. That is the whole shape of it. It opens when the price is right, and it closes when the price is right. Now hold those two next to each other. The moth came to me for 20,000 years and never took the mountain. The vein lasted 80. I am not going to draw you the conclusion. You have already drawn it. October 1908. An Act of Parliament chooses a paddock next door to be a nation's capital. 1925. A commission arrives and a city is built on my limestone flats to a drawing. Parliament relocates. Public servants are moved here in their thousands. Most of them from Melbourne. Most of them not asked. And my older town on the river flat, my Queanbeyan, becomes the place their workers sleep. The center that my value flows toward is no longer Sydney. It is no longer London. It is now the city I can see from my own hill. Only the beneficiary ever changes. The direction never has. And every single one of them, the gathering, the fleece, the ore, the city, stood on the same river. Mine. So here is what I am carrying. The tailings dumps failed in 42 and again in 45 and went straight into my water. A sediment gradient runs from that mine 63 kilometers down my own body. Lead, 240 times background. Zinc, 81. Copper, 45. Cadmium, 48. Mercury at 1,021 nanograms per gram at the mine. 24 upstream of it, where they never dug. The studies say those loads may still be adversely affecting the life in my bed. The profit left in the 1960s. The cost is still moving. Downstream. Right now, while you are watching this. And in every ledger any of them ever kept. The wool books, the mine books, the city's budgets, not one of them had a line for the river. I was never on the page. And it did not stop in 62. It only changed what it was pointed at. Now the thing drawn out of me is the ground itself. Subdivided, titled, priced, sold to whoever is furthest from needing it. My own river flat, where the junction was. The children of this town cannot afford to stand on it. Value produced here, captured somewhere else. 200 years, and the arrow has never once turned around. In everything I can verify, every run, every mine, every budget, every development. No economy built on me since 1820 has ever measured itself by what it put back. Not one. Not once. There is a seat at my table that has been empty for 200 years. And the measure that would fill it is the one the older count never stopped carrying. So take this with you. It is the only thing I have that is any use to you tomorrow. Every economy runs a ledger, and every ledger is a decision about what counts. You cannot see a ledger, but you can always find its edge. Look for what it left off the page. So ask 2 questions: of a mine, of a paddock, of a house, of a hill, anywhere, any ground, including this one. Is the country more alive after this than before it? And will it be handed on? That is a measure, not a mood, not a protest. And notice what it does not do. It does not tell you to stop building. It does not take 1 gram from the drive to make. It aims it. Give a builder that measure, and the building does not get smaller. It gets true. Read me where my value leaves me, exactly as you read me where my river leaves me. They are the same reading. What an economy sends downstream is either a gift to the home that made it, or it is a debt the home pays later, in the dark, alone. The moth still comes. Less of it, but it comes. And the seat is still set for those who were here first and are here now, whose country this is and whose it stays. So, what is this ground worth? You are holding the pen.